So I was recently at Profit Con and with Mike McAllowitz and Ron Saharan, and they lead Profit First. And the title of the conference was In Plain Sight. In Plain Sight. So what was really interesting as I went through this was that the reality is I do banking yourself. I talk about becoming your own banker. I kind of think that everybody knows about it. But as I was talking to people there, most people had no idea, didn't understand or thought they understood that concept. And so that kind of led me and made me think and realize that, hey, I know this stuff, but a lot of people around us don't. And we just assume, right? We assume that they know. So that was number one for me. One of the takeaways was, okay, I need to speak louder or more with confidence on what I know with this, because that's a game changer. When I told them about what we do and how this works, they're like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Or if they had heard about it, it might have been misunderstandings or somebody who didn't know how to communicate it, or they were not the right agent. They were kind of like those people who are Profit First certified, but or not Profit First certified, but are talking about Profit First, but they have no clue how it might really work deeper. So that was one thing that I learned. The number two was they had Hal Elrod from Miracle Morning. He was there, and Hal talked about starting your morning right. His method is called the Savers method, and we've been doing morning routines, prayer times, all those kind of things in the mornings. Renaissance time with Perry Marshall, but his Savers method, the Miracle Morning, is really helpful and systematized. And so that was something that I'm like, oh, that's really good. And so I think looking at that Miracle Morning, starting your day off right, doing the things that will fuel you, and so many other little tools. So if you haven't gotten that book, a Miracle Morning book, it is a really good one to help set up your morning right. And so I've been learning that and doing that with my Renaissance time. My wife is way better at it than I am, but want to get better, because if you start your day off right, it'll help everything else move forward. So that was one. The other thing I saw was as people were speaking, they shared a lot of their hard stories. I think her name was Melissa, had lost her child. She's really big in Instagram and all that, and social media person. But that situation defined her, or strengthened her as well, and not to let that was her. She said her number one thing, like option A, having her child. Like who wouldn't want to have their child with them forever, or for a long time, but then to have that taken away, how can she live the best option B life, right? And so a lot of times we have something happen and we just give up. And so that was a really interesting conversation. She just wrote a book, and again, I'll put it in the comments somewhere, called Scar Tissue. So that was powerful. We also had Alex Hermon, a magician, there. That was fun. Found out that he is friends of one of my friends, and also realized that he does know the infinite banking concept, and kind of that, I guess because he's a magician, knows or is drawn to that, because kind of that's a little bit of what we do with with some of the policies. Like, how do we do little magic tricks, I guess? I don't know. And then my ending takeaway, I was on a panel with about AI, and I've learned and realized that with our financial nervous system diagnostic tool, that we have a really cool tool that we created through AI, right? And while we created this tool, it's amazing, using AI, that a lot of people don't know artificial intelligence, or AI, the tools, the things that we can do. And so I was on a panel sharing about that, right? And it was fun, and I realized and thought, oh, I really do know this stuff pretty well. Not like some like big gurus or whatever, but we are playing with it, learning, and this financial nervous system tool is amazing. But what it really got me thinking about is the systems and the things that we do daily that help us. It's the things that we do daily that help us. It's the morning routines. It's the being clear, or having our what he says, Hal Elrod says, is the savers, to be able to do that in the morning. Thinking time, like the Road Less Stupid guy says. So having those habits in place in the beginning cannot replace AI. So thinking time, doing the morning routines, being grateful, and then writing those things out. So as I was reflecting, having that stable morning routine, stepping out in our story, being confident in our story, sharing some of our greatest pains, was something that I took away. And then being confident as I go out there. So as you're running a business, if this helps at all, remember this whole idea of being in plain sight, maybe the answer is within you. Maybe the answer is in our community, in the people. If you're listening to this and you don't know what banking yourself is, and you're like, oh, well, I've heard about it. Well, maybe some of those answers are here with us. So with the financial nervous system diagnostic tool, like that's in plain sight, are who we are and what we can bring to the table. And then my biggest thing is get out there and share. Talk to people. Share what you know. Be confident about that. And then as you're confident, and as you lead with confidence, also be humble at the same time, and just lead from the heart. And I think that's the powerful thing. That's what I want to be doing more, and you'll see more of that. But my hope for you guys is that you live this Counterflow movement that we are creating. If you don't know what Live Counterflow is, reach out to us, but that is something that I'm stepping into. We need a new way of thinking, and that's my hope for you. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys later, and have a great morning.